Ashley is an aquatics director for a nonprofit organization and was recently engaged to her coworker Andrew. But when it comes to planning the wedding day, Ashley feels like a fish out of water.
I don't know how to do my hair. I'm also trying to figure out what kind of cake I want. I do have a gluten allergy, so I'm very limited.
Well, Ashley, Get Married is here to help. It's sink or swim. We challenged 2 amazing cake designers to cook up gluten-free wedding cakes to cater to Ashley's gluten allergy that taste as good as they look. Victory will be sweet for one cake designer, while the other may be out of their depth. We dive headfirst into hairdos for Ashley's big day. And we'll show her how to add a splash of traditional customs into her wedding. We may be throwing Ashley into the deep end, but we'll make planning her wedding a piece of cake. Hi, I'm Stacey Frankham. Ashley and her man Andrew have decided to take the plunge and cannot wait to spend the rest of their lives together. They plan to wed in Charleston, South Carolina, but both live in Atlanta, Georgia. So Ashley is finding that planning the wedding between her job and spending time with her fiancé is proving to be more work than she expected.
My name is Ashley Kornblut. I'm an aquatics director for a not-for-profit organization, and I'm getting married.
My name is Andrew Cohen. I work in information technology, and I'm getting married.
What I love about Andrew is he keeps me balanced. He calms me down when I'm all over the place.
I love so much about Ashley. She's just one of the kindest people, most giving people out there.
We love hanging out with our dog, Shambly. She just brings so much light to our lives. We enjoy cooking and just spending time with our family and our friends.
When I proposed to Ashley, we went up to the mountains for the weekend.
So we spent that Saturday up taking a hike and having lunch.
I looked at her and I said, Ashley, I have a question for you. Will you marry me? And she short-circuited.
I took off running. I got so excited, but then I came back and I said yes. So right now with the wedding planning process, we have all the big things done. I do have my dress and I have my shoes, but I don't know how to do my hair. I'm also trying to figure out what kind of cake I want. I do have a gluten allergy, so I'm very limited. And I do really want to have a cake for myself, but I also want a great cake to be able to provide to my guests. I'm excited to marry Andrew because he allows me to be me.
She's like the greatest girl ever. She takes excellent care of me.
He's my best friend, so I'm excited to be with him forever.
You can't plan a wedding without discovering your unique bridal style. So we asked Ashley to take the GetMarried.com Bridal Style Quiz, where we found oceans of evidence that she's a traditional and classic bride. So I invited her to meet me at the Gardens at Great Oaks, a romantic venue with historic charm and natural beauty, where I have some surprises to help Ashley with her wedding plans. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
I'm Stacey.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now I'm going to help you plan your wedding today. We're going to have some fun, and you're going to get some great ideas.
Sounds great.
So how is wedding planning going for you?
It's going really well. In the very beginning, it was a little tough, but now that I have a lot of the details down, I'm really having a great time.
Now, Ashley, I know you've chosen your venue, and it's in Charleston, South Carolina. A very historic location. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
We're getting married at the synagogue that my grandparents got married at and belonged to, as well as my parents got married at. So it's very meaningful to me.
Well, because you're getting married at a very historic location in Charleston, I did want to bring you to a historic location in Roswell, Georgia. It's called the Gardens at Great Oaks. It's got beautiful landscapes and a lot of rich history. It is the first 3-story house in Atlanta ever built. It's the first brick home in Atlanta ever built. And it's got gorgeous gardens for brides to get married at. I think it matches your traditional and classic personality.
It really does. It's absolutely beautiful.
Ashley, I see that you have the invitation that I sent you. What do you think of it?
I absolutely love it. The colors are perfect. It's very traditional yet classic. I love the style.
Well, the invitation does set the tone for the entire wedding day, so I'm glad you like it. All right, Ashley, I was also told that you have a gluten allergy, which must be really difficult when you're searching for a menu for your wedding and when you're even just shopping in your day-to-day. So tell me about that.
Having the allergy is difficult. It definitely limits me both at the grocery stores as well as the restaurants. It has been hard with the wedding planning though, both for what we're going to serve to our guests as well as having a cake.
Well, we're going to help you with that today.
All right.
I actually sent the invitation along with your colors and your inspiration board off to 2 amazing cake designers, Mark and Nadia, and I challenged them to create 2 cakes that are gluten-free and that match your personality. And the most important thing is it has to taste good. So later in the show, you're going to get to taste them and pick which is your favorite.
Sounds great. I'm excited.
My name is Mark Brickman, and I'm the pastry chef and owner of Baker's Man Incorporated. And I accept your challenge.
I'm Nadia Demessa, owner of Yum Yum Cake Designs, and I accept your challenge.
We've challenged Mark and Nadia to create gluten-free cakes for Ashley that taste as good as they look. To get them started, we sent them information about Ashley for inspiration, including her bridal style.
Looks like she's a very traditional bride.
Her colors.
Her colors are navy blue, light blue, and white.
The invitation, and her inspiration board.
She likes taller tiers, so that's going to be a really nice feature to do for her wedding cake.
But of course, there's an unexpected ingredient thrown into the mix.
In 2005, she was diagnosed with a gluten allergy. Okay, that will make the cake a little bit different, but it'll still taste great. We cannot have any wheat, rye, or barley in our cake, which cake flour, all-purpose flour, is made from that. The taste of a gluten-free cake is blander than a normal cake, so we just have to add a little bit more flavoring to the cake. That way everyone can enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to making her a tasty and delicious gluten-free cake, so she can have her cake and eat it too.
Let's see what these 2 cake designers whip up. Nadia uses megabytes to dream up a cake Ashley can sink her teeth into.
In designing this cake for Ashley's wedding, I'm going to have to take in consideration the gluten-free cake. It's a different texture from our regular cake. It's a little bit more spongy. I think she'll like this cake. It has the blue colors that she likes in her wedding, with white flowers with the little black centerpieces in there. I'm going to print this out, head down to the kitchen, and get started on her gluten-free cake.
Mark uses a styrofoam cake to stack up his ideas for Ashley's cake design.
Based on the bride's style being a little more traditional and classic, I decided to go with round cakes. The feeling I got, she likes stuff very clean. She doesn't want an abundance of detailing on the cake. After seeing the bride's invitation, she's got a really elaborate and beautiful scroll pattern. I'm tinkering whether or not to put that as part of the design. That's just something I'm going to play with and see if it's going to look good.
Now that the competition is underway, what do these cake designers have to say for themselves?
Ashley will pick my cake, definitely.
Watch out. I may not be well known, but I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Ashley is a modern young woman, yet a classic and traditional bride. So we thought we'd check out the perfect trend for her, bringing meaningful rites and traditions with a modern twist into the wedding day. Bringing traditional customs into your wedding adds history and meaning to your day. One of the hottest trends we're seeing is taking these traditions and making them your own.
There is a tradition in every wedding. There is a core piece of the celebration that happens.
And one way to bring a very traditional element into your wedding from the start is with your invitation, using classic colors and embellishments.
Every bride is looking for a ribbon, and oftentimes it starts the whole ambiance and the whole color range of the wedding.
I think of subtle tones, an integration of white, but maybe your soft blue, soft green.
Of course, the ceremony is the perfect place to bring traditions and customs into your day.
As far as the ceremony goes, there's a lot of different traditions that brides will incorporate into that. Obviously, there's the unity candle. The idea behind that is that both families are now coming together as one.
Many couples having a beach wedding put a spin on the unity candle by performing a sand ceremony. Or a more recent yet very meaningful take on this tradition is the unity cross.
The wife-to-be will take one side and the husband-to-be will take the other, and when they join it during the ceremony, it symbolizes them becoming one.
So take a look at your history and traditions that you find meaningful, and bring them into your day in a way that expresses you. All right, Ashley, I know you're having trouble figuring out what type of hairstyle you're going to wear for your wedding, so I have your next surprise.
Thank you. You have been invited to get a head start on planning with a hair trial. This is great. Thank you so much. I really don't know what to do with my hair, so this will be very helpful.
That's right. Coming up next.
Don't want anything with too many curls.
Like something a little bit more offside?
Yes, offside. Exactly.
Okay, great.
Ashley will learn how to top off her wedding day look with hairdos and headpieces perfect for a traditional bride. Then we'll check in with Mark and Nadia to see how things are heating up in the gluten-free wedding cake challenge. Will they create a cake that takes the cake? Or just leave a bad taste in Ashley's mouth? But first, Ashley and Andrew can pick beautiful blooms when they're out and about. But ordering flowers and decor for the wedding day is a little different. Today, we're answering your questions from the GetMarried.com wedding chat boards about decor. That's all next on Get Married. To see the latest wedding trends, check out Get Married magazine. And to find fantastic wedding items, go to the shop on GetMarried.com.
This episode of Get Married was brought to you in part by Win Visuals, your source for wedding feather banners. For brides tying the knot outdoors, wedding feather banners are the perfect way to make a dramatic statement. Visit weddingfeatherbanners.com for a rental location near you.
Should I get a DJ?
How much should I spend on my
reception?
What should I look for in a photographer?
As long as I know 2 weeks before your wedding when I place that order, we're good to go. That's when I need to know. You really can change your mind on every single detail of your decor up to 2 weeks. But at 2 weeks, we need to start purchasing vases and ribbon and all the little added things.